Yeah, what's up, Facebook? Coming talking about that Sandra Bland incident. No, it's a whole lot of speculations going on about editing videotapes, new documentations coming up after the fact. Well, the one thing I got to say about it is, to me, the traffic stop was just, I ain't gonna say outrageous. Probably one police officer, I want to see what's going on. I'm behind the car and they just um, pulled over because I'm behind them and got out of state tags. Maybe. I don't know. It just all depends on the situation. But after he found out that she this was getting out of his way, and yeah, you might as well check the driver license and registration to make sure you don't got no outstanding warrants and stuff like that. But the part that really got to me is when he asked her to put out the cigarette. Come on. She in her own car, she's smoking a cigarette. He only giving her a warning ticket, but now it's because she don't want to put a cigarette out, or she don't put out because he asked her to. He get outraged and tells her to get out the car. You know what I'm saying? She sat there and cited her rights, that she got a right to remain in her car and all this other stuff. But the stuff that happened afterwards when he's yanking her out, yanking her, then I'll light your ass up, pulling out a taser. Come on, man, that wasn't even necessary. If you felt like it was a threat like that, you should have waited for backup to come, and it could have been diffused very easily. And then I was looking at the video, listening to the the aftermath after she got pulled out the car, or she finally got the car. After he pulled the taser out, she got the car. But it was the off the dash cam stuff that we didn't see, but we can hear what was going on. He telling her quit resisting. You can hear her saying you hurting my arm. You're gonna break my arm. And um, there was one incident where I can hear her saying, I can't go nowhere. Your knee is in my back. I'm like, come on, man. How you gonna tell somebody not go nowhere if they're already on the ground, your knees in their back, and you still telling them to stay here? So that's that stuff that I got a big problem with. And then I can hear them telling somebody in the background to go on about their business because they're recording the whole incident. And then the hanging with the plastic bag. It's kind of hard to really think that she was strangling herself with a garbage bag. You know what I'm saying? That kind of material do stretch, but also it depends on what kind of bag it was. The cheap bags would probably break, but you got Glad and all this other stuff. It's more stronger, so that there might hold. It might stretch, but it's gonna hold at the same time. But my thing is, what was a plastic bag doing in there? Garbage can. I'm just like, you got a garbage can with a plastic bag. To me, that's a safety violation. Even though they said the public safety people approved of it. No, you taking people belts and shoestrings. I done been locked up. I already know what it is. They don't put that kind of stuff in there with you, because you can use that for doing other things. Like it's like homicide. You can kill another inmate, strangle them with a bag. So you gotta look at all that different stuff that goes on. And then I read that the same officer had other racial issues going on 2 years ago. Got kicked off another police force, but now he's on this one. I got a lot of white buddies that's police officers, and right now, if I was them, I'd be scared to death. Number one, you got black people that's looking at this stuff, and the past couple of years, media is showing us all of this white cops on our African American people, and we, as a black community, is getting short end of the stick. We're dying in the hands of the white police officers. Me personally, I will be afraid of getting pulled by the white police officer, especially in a dark place. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna drive till I get to where there's a lot of people so I can see what's going on. But at the same time, you have the same black people that's fearful for their life. You're gonna end up seeing a lot of white police officers that's gonna be dead because they're not even gonna second guess it. They're gonna be probably like, "Oh nah, we done seen this too many times. We're gonna go ahead and waste him now and deal with the consequences later." Then on the other end, you gonna have these white police officers that are already scared because they're looking at the same thing we're looking at, and they're gonna be more afraid than anything, adrenaline pumping, and they're gonna mess around and kill an unarmed black man, not because they meant to do it, it's because they're scared at the same time. Until these matters get handled, it's only gonna get worse. Right now, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm just outside the box looking in. Um, I just feel bad for the families and the other police officers that's being stereotyped because of another person of that same race. You can't stereotype the same race because one person does doesn't mean all of them are the same. And the media is gonna make things a lot worse than what it is by them bringing it to the light, but also putting a little twist on it that's gonna anger the black community. A lot of them that's not educated on the way the media works. The media make tons of money just by stuff like that. I'm a bail bondsman, and my job is just as dangerous as police officers. I feel them on certain things, but a lot of things I see is, you know, over excessive to where it didn't have to escalate to that point. I've been doing this 3 years now. I only pulled my gun out one time where I actually thought I was gonna have to use it because a guy came at me with a knife. You know what I'm saying? I repeatedly told him, put the knife down, sir. So I told him like 4 times before he actually complied with my commands. And, a police officer probably wouldn't have gave somebody that many chances, but I try to be reasonable. But if I had to, I would have pulled the trigger. And to my black people out there, stay strong. And just remember, don't um think every white cop is racist, because you got a lot of white officers that stand up for us, the black people, colored people, have you want to say it. So don't think that all of them are the same, because all of them not the same. Um, it's my first time doing a video like this. I had to get off my chest, because that's all they're talking about in the media right now. I'm listening to both ends of people saying about the video editing and the police officer on desk duty, them not being educated on epilepsy people, suicidal people. They had a mental health um, training. That's something that they need to spend more money in when they're getting out, like these drug dealers getting making these big busts. They need to go and put a police officer in the training where they can effectively do their job. That could be trained on every aspect. That every aspect is not going to be covered, because you just can't cover every aspect. It's a different situation at different times, different measures. So it can't be done. And so it's like you got drug task force. That's all they do is deal with drugs. You got detectives. All they do is go there and investigate. You got the patrols that all they do is patrol the neighborhoods. You got the chief that's giving the direct orders to everybody. The sheriff, the governor. So everything's not gonna be fixed at one time. You just have to try to make it work. Until then, this your boy Chris, Area 51 Belmonts, Area 51 Entertainment. Hey, be easy, y'all.